Something new?
Keeping them honest every night. AC 360. CNN, weeknights 10 Eastern.
Keeping them honest with the nuclear crisis in Japan. Take a look at this new video. This is the closest view yet of Japan's crippled nuclear plant taken from a remote-controlled water spraying crane.
It's the blob.
Today, another massive similar piece of pumping equipment departed for Japan. It came from a plutonium reprocessing plant in South Carolina. The machine can be used to pour massive amounts of water onto the rubble or later pump concrete if experts decide to entomb the reactors the way it was done in Chernobyl. Also today, a top Japanese official said people from the evacuation zone might not be able to return for months. And Japanese regulators today reprimanded TEPCO, the private company that runs the plant, for letting some emergency workers go into the damaged and highly radioactive facility without dosimeters, which measure radiation. In other words, the workers had no way of knowing how much radioactivity they were being exposed to. Pretty stunning mistake, and just one of many that TEPCO has made, which has left workers at the plant eating little and running low on protective gear. The truth is, we don't know the full extent of what these workers have had to face because TEPCO appears to be keeping them from talking. CNN's Kyung La tells us she tried to speak with a woman whose brother works at the plant. She refused, even anonymously, because she said she feared for her brother's safety if she talked. Another man told Kyung she was wasting her time. TEPCO, he said, was telling workers to stay silent. The company later told one of our producers it knew of no such orders. But when asked whether we could speak with a worker or family member, the company said they are under too much strain to talk. Yet some are speaking out, mostly online. Crying is useless, one worker blogged. Another writes, "We will take our turn to protect you all." There's a sense of sacrifice running through many of the postings, as well as the understanding it may be the ultimate sacrifice. One worker's mother told an interviewer they have committed themselves to die if necessary to save the nation. And they have accepted they will all probably die from radiation sickness in the short term or cancer in the long term. Pretty plain talk, and it stands in stark contrast to the kind of talk we continue to hear from TEPCO. Keeping them honest tonight, despite pledges to be transparent and keep people informed, we continue to hear contradictory statements and statements that lack specifics. Most recently, the question of radioactive water at the plant and the nearby ocean. In TEPCO's briefing late last night, an official said levels of radioactive iodine from a pipe near the #1 reactor had reached 10,000 times the standard limit. Then a short time later, the utility said, no, that's wrong, and we'll get you more information shortly, but they haven't gotten us more information. A government minister later tried to clear up the confusion, saying more testing would be done.
And that's your update. It makes me want to just be sad.